It has been our contention for quite some time that Vortex Generators would become an automatic tool, it's an automatic choice for a farm, for a growing operation. This is because of the results we saw way before we had a better handle on what was actually happening or the why of it. But it is with increasing frequency that we have the opportunity to share the good news that our customers are sharing with us in describing what has happened when they put Vortex Generators, our Vortex Generators, on their lines, and what happens, not just to the water, but what the water allows to happen throughout their entire farming operation. This is a, let's say, a continuation or some additional footage with our customer Arthur Cornwall of Geraldine, New Zealand. Some observations that I think you'll find of great interest. Here goes.
I always talk about 10 ducks in a row, and you're never going to get 10 ducks in a row, but you might hit it every now and then.
Yeah.
But if we can get 7 or 8 ducks in a row, then we're humming along pretty good. So when you look at balancing the soils, when you're looking at making your watering more efficient, the whole package, climate, rain, sunshine,
Yep.
There's so many pieces of the puzzle, but we really want nutrient dense grass, because the higher the sugar levels in the grasses, the better the animal's health is, the better production is,
Yeah.
and the easier we sleep at night.
Yeah.
And we know they're getting well fed, and you know, we're going to minimise some of the side effects that are costing us.
Yeah.
So the generated water is, you know, I see an essential part of it, because we get water out of our ponds, which is virtually dead water.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be nice if the water was running down a stream and getting aerated, and we were able to put that straight into the system, but it's just sits here waiting to be used.
Yeah.
So we've got to put some life into it, and
Yeah.
you know, I believe that puts the life into it.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So yeah, where our water comes in, we've chucked a few rocks in there, so it flows 300 metres into the property, and it's got to run over rocks and what have you. And
Yeah. Cascade.
I like to think that's doing something. I'm just sort of trying to replicate nature instead of this just.
Yeah.
And we're quite lucky because of our irrigation system. We've got drops every 200 metres, and you know, the water is quite stirred up in the drops. We do get the benefit of that, but then we destroy the water by putting it into a pond.
Yeah.
At the moment, we think we put water on to, you know, run these pivots round and round and round and round, and because, you know, through the profile we're seeing that moisture down a metre deep.
So how far would that be? 30 down, you reckon?
Yeah, it'd be 30 down.
Yeah, and she's still as wet as you like.
Yep, yeah, no, we're quite happy with that. It's holding together.
Yep. And when you had the digger out here a week or so ago, she was down to a metre.
Yep, metre 1100 deep.
Beautiful.
Wet all the way down. So yeah, no, really impressed with that.
Yeah, okay. But
I'd love to go down deeper today, but
it's just not going to happen.
The sun's going to set on us before we get there. We're sort of saying now that, hey, we've got to recalibrate our system, because we're wasting energy, we're wasting water, we're wasting nutrients, putting on too much water or too much good water. So we have to recalibrate our moisture meters and our whole way of thinking.
Yeah.
So we've got to get people on board or work out how we do this, because the conventional wisdom is not going to offer us that advice.
No.
And you know, a lot of the irrigation industry is just wet, 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 where plants need to dry out a little bit and put some water on and fire them up again.
Yeah. Well, it carries nutrients too deep too if it's too wet.
Yeah, yeah. And you know, if we're taking oxygen out of the soil and replacing it with water, then it's all our biology is sort of getting out of whack too. So we need to find that happy medium, and probably with the Vortex Generators we've got that potential to maybe so-called under current wisdom get a little bit behind but catch up quicker. So where guys would panic, oh, you know, it's getting too dry and we're going to lose production, that if we're off for an extra day, couple of days, and then we can fire it up and then we get good penetration, then that's a win-win. This year was the first dry year really we've had in 18 years, and a week, 10 days of nor'westers that put us under pressure to say, well, can we, like in the past I don't think we could have confidently shut down the machines for sort of 48 hours and picked up where we left off and away we go again. Where this year, I'm only just surmising, it wasn't an issue. And once again, it's just a visual observation. And our moisture meter, the young lady that put it in, she says, oh well, she says, you seem to be getting a lot better penetration per application rate than a lot of other people. So, you know, our less compacted soils and, you know, the generated water and all the rest seems to tell us a story that we're getting efficiencies there.
Yeah.
But once again, that was her observation, and she monitors a lot of soil meters.
Yeah.
But, you know, our son's on a property that is highly compacted soils, and they'll put 15 mils on and the water will be still lying there 3 or 4 hours later. And their K-line and all the rest, it's just the water's sitting on top. Where ours, you know, we had 80, 90 mils of rain there last year, and there wasn't any visual pugging on the soils until about the 4th day, and it just started pugging a wee bit then, which to me is, you know, that's what it's all about.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because we're getting it in there, we're utilising it instead of sitting on top or running off into gullies.
Yeah.
For a long time, we've appreciated that water is ubiquitous. It's everywhere. It's everywhere we are. It's everywhere life is. And as it turns out, all life and its conditions are influenced by the state of the water that it is near or that is in it. If you'd like to know more about how vortexing your water supply might help you, please contact us at presidentwater.com or look us up on Facebook. We'd be happy to get some good experiences going with you. Thank you.